Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to a new episode from your beloved channel Linguamid. Today we will talk about an interesting topic which is the special shops that you can find in Egypt. Some of these shops are specialized in eating, and some of them for drinking, but let's have a look and let's see what they are. So let's start. So let's start with the first one, which is محل عصير القصب, or the sugar cane shop. I will talk about sugar cane a lot in my channel. Sugar cane is one of the products in Egypt that are very interesting, very important, one of the sources for sugar, and usually we take our sugar from the sugar cane that is produced in Egypt, and we also, in addition to the sugar that we also take this juice. We take the sugar cane and we get the juice out of it. And this juice is very important and very interesting because it's very healthy, it's very refreshing, and the sugar is very natural, very raw, so it's also very healthy. So usually in Egypt you have hundreds, if not thousands, of shops that are specialized in selling the sugar cane juice. Okay, so you may find, like in the photo, this shop a lot. So it's like it has a typical shape or a typical look. Usually you see a shop, and in this shop you find some nets that are hanging from the shop, and all the fruits are hanging from the nets, because usually in these shops not only the sugar cane is being sold but also different juices, different fruits. So you may see, for example, orange juice, you may see mango juice, you may see something that's called fakhfakhina, or like a combination of juice together, different fruits. You may see many variations in Egypt, but the main one and the king of these juices is the sugar cane juice. Okay, so whenever you are in Egypt, in any district, you will find tens of these. Try to see to taste one of these in one of these shops, the sugar cane juice, and tell me your opinion. I am sure that you will like it. Now let's talk about the second one. The second one is القهوة. Okay, القهوة. القهوة in Egypt means coffee. Okay, قهوة means coffee. So what I'm talking about here is not the coffee house that you know in the Western world, for example, or in Europe. We have these in Egypt, cafeteria or coffee houses, and many of them are even chains that are also in Egypt, and you find it in different countries. But I'm talking here about the Egyptian one. I'm talking about El Qahwa, which is the traditional coffee shop in Egypt, where the Egyptian coffee, or the Turkish or Egyptian variant of Turkish coffee is being produced and also is being delivered to the customers. Actually, the qahwa is a very important term in Egypt, and this place is not only a place for drinking Egyptian coffee or Turkish coffee Egyptian style. Okay, it's actually more than this. El Qahwa has a very big influence and big impact traditionally and culturally in Egypt, because in El Qahwa you will find also there are many coffee houses, like for example a very interesting and very famous one that's called the Fishawi, that you will find near Khan el-Khalili in Cairo. In this special coffee house there were many let's say many literature people and many authors and many people who are really contributed to the knowledge and to the culture of Egypt. They were used to go there and to sit there and to also analyze the movement of people and how the life in Cairo, in the old Cairo, is going on. And for example, Naguib Mahfouz, I think Naguib Mahfouz is, I'm sure that you know this name. He had a Nobel Prize in literature, and he has also produced one of the most important literary work in Egypt that's called the Sulasiyya, or the three novels of Asr al-Shawq, بين القصرين, Asr al-Shawq السكرية. And Naguib Mahfouz used to sit in El Fishawi a lot. And also from El Fishawi came the idea of these three novels, which tell the story of the Egyptian culture and Egyptian street throughout, let's say, the 18th and or the 19th and the 20th century for 2 or 3 generations. Okay, so El Ahwa is a very important term, and in El Ahwa people not only drink coffee, Egyptian coffee, they also drink tea, they also drink different kind of hot and cold drinks, and they also drink shisha. And it's very important and very interesting one, and I'm sure that if you visited Egypt and try to sit in El Ahwa, you will feel the nature of the Egyptian culture there, so it's very recommended. Try and sit there and tell me your opinion. Now we move to El Gazzar, okay, El Gazzar, or the butcher, okay, El Gazzar. El Gazzar, or the محلات الجزارة, or the butcher shops, are very important and interesting in Egypt, and they were a lot in Egypt before, let's say. Now you have the supermarkets and you have departments, of course, for meat and for butchering inside the supermarket. But before the supermarket, there were specific shops in Egypt, and these shops, it's for butchers, and usually Egyptians go there and buy all the varieties of meat they want from the butcher. So the butcher was one of the fundamental shops in Egypt, and it's now there. You still find the butcher, but it's much more limited than before because of the spread of the supermarkets and the hypermarkets. Okay, the butcher is very important term, El Gazzar, in Egypt, and even this term you have many Egyptian families that has El Gazzar as a last name. Okay, so you find, for example, the first name and then followed by El Gazzar, and this name is very important in Egypt and very widespread and common. We move to the last one, which is Kush السجاير. But before I talk about Kush السجاير, just don't forget to apply for my Egyptian, or enroll in my Egyptian Arabic 101 course. It's completely 100% free course to give you introduction about the Egyptian Arabic in the culture and also in the language. This is a very interesting course. I really recommend that you enroll. You will find the link in the comment section below and also in the description box. Let's move to the كشك السجاير. كشك السجاير, كشك from kusk, which is a small building that is the function of selling varieties of goods. Okay, usually it's man-made, a very simple one, as you can see in the photo, and it's named from كشك السجاير. سجاير is cigarettes, and usually the cigarettes are mainly sold in this. Not only cigarettes, of course, you may also find different other goods, different other specialities. Let's say you will find biscuits, you will find drinks, you will coca, and you will find juices, and you'll find many other specialties, but the main thing is the cigarettes. That's why it was called كشك السجاير. Okay, you may also compare it, since I'm in Austria now, we have the tobacco in Austria, for example, or in Germany as well. You may compare it to the tobacco. So it's a kushk, or a small shop that is special for selling very light commodities that you can get on the go. You can also get the newspaper, I think, from there. So it's very interesting, and you will find كشك السجاير usually not a shop like a mortar shop, but it's a shop that is built on the street. Actually, as you see exactly in the photo, you can see it on the street. Usually it's man-made and built very simply, and you will find it on the corners and on the street, and in every district you can find many of these shops, so that it can deliver these small specialities to as many people as possible on the go. Okay, so that was about the كشك السجاير. I'm sure when you visit Egypt you will find many of these on your way. Was a quick summary about very special shops, let's say, or services in Egypt that you may not find in other countries, even if these countries are Arab countries. In Egypt, the culture is different, traditions are different, and also you'll find many different things that you are not used to see if you are from United States, for example, if you are from Europe, Australia. It's different, so it has a different flavor, it has different shape, and I'm sure that you like it when you try it. It's part of the experience, part of the culture. Don't forget to apply to my Egyptian Arabic 101 course. You will find the link in the description box below and also in the first comment. A fundamental course to give you the most important first step in Egyptian Arabic. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, like this episode and subscribe to the channel, and write me in the comments below. Also in the description box you will find really interesting resources and many useful links. Try to see this and tell me your opinion, and I hope that you like this episode. If you have any question, write me in the comment section below, and see you in a future episode.